Look out here, you can see that traffic moving again. Until just a little bit ago, though, after this flooding had ended, there were a number of cars that were abandoned during that flooding incident. Again, contractors have come through and moved those cars away, and you can see traffic is moving just fine now, almost 2 hours after this all happened. Now take a look at video of what it looked like just before 8 o'clock tonight. You can see cars stranded and people wading through the water in the westbound lanes by Brighton Boulevard here on I-70. And it looked like that heading eastbound too, as you can see by pictures taken from around the same time. Now, the flooding and traffic standstill went on for more than an hour. Throughout it, we saw cars turn around, drive up ramps, even people get out of their cars and walk, others getting out to help direct traffic when there were no officers or fire personnel around. As for fire personnel, as Kelly mentioned, they did rescue 11 people near I-70 in York during all of this as well. Now, we did reach out to CDOT, and a spokesperson tells us they're focused on two things right now. The first is cleanup. The second is investigating why this happened. It all happened in the new lowered portion of I-70, the Central 70 project, which is still under construction. CDOT tells us the drainage system here is mostly done, but there are still areas to be fixed and built out. That includes the drainage systems above 70 on 46th Avenue North, where some of the water was seen spilling down, according to witnesses. Now, one man who got stuck in all of this and walked back to Colorado Boulevard told us exactly what he saw.
We got all the way up to the front of where this is, and it completely flooded out the road. So cars couldn't get in, especially smaller cars. It was about up to, on the east side, it was probably about up to the windows of regular sized cars. West side's probably up to the door handles. And we waited for about an hour, hour and a half before we decided to get out of the car and actually walk about a quarter of a mile back to Colorado.
Now, Kiewit is the contractor for this Central 70 project. They were told were responsible for getting those cars towed away after this was all over. CDOT tells us right now their focus is mobilizing crews, looking for system failures, and making sure they can get to the bottom of what this was, if it was just flash flooding or an issue with the drainage systems. They do maintain, though, that this is still under construction, and they want drivers to know that this is not what drivers can expect when all of this construction is over. For now, live in Denver, Connor McHugh covering Colorado First.